All right, how you guys doing today? We're going to read Exodus 14 and 15. The Lord is testing my patience because I just read it and then realized it's been so long since I did this that my microphone wasn't properly set up with my laptop, so it didn't even work. So I just read it now to reread it. So the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel that they turn and encamp before Piharoth, before Migdol and the sea, and over against Baalzephon, before it shall encamp ye by the sea. For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, They are entangled in the land, and the wilderness fisheth them in. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh and all his host, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord. And they did so. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and all his servants were turned against the people. And they said, Why have we done this? Why have we let Israel go from serving us? And he made ready his chariot, and took his people with them. He took 600 chosen chariots, and all the chariots of Egypt, and the captains over every one of them. The Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and pursued after the children of Israel. The children of Israel went out with a high hand, but the Egyptians pursued after them. All the horses and the chariots of Pharaoh, and his horsemen, and his army, overtook them by encamping by the sea, before Pihahiroth and Baalzephon. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them. And they were sore afraid, and the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. They said to Moses, Because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken away us to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dwelt thus with us, to carry us forth out of Egypt? Is not the word that thou did tell the Egyptians, saying, Let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it is better for us to serve the Egyptians, than that we should die in the wilderness. And Moses said unto the people, Fear ye not, stand still, see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you shall no longer see them forevermore. And the Lord shall fight for you, and he shall hold your peace. And the Lord said to Moses, Wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward. But lift up thy rod, and stretch out thine hand over the sea, and divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And I, behold, will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all of his host, upon his chariots and his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh and his chariots and his horsemen. And the angel of God went before the camp of Israel, removed, and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face, and stood behind them. And it came to pass between the Egyptians and the camp of the Israelites, when a cloud of darkness to them, but it gave them by a light to see to these, so that one came not near the other all night. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall to them on their right hand and on their left. And the Egyptians pursued, and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all of Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning which the Lord looked into the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and the cloud, and troubled all the host of the Egyptians. And they took their chariot wheels, and they drave them heavily. So the Egyptians said, Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fights upon their side against the Egyptians. And the Lord said to Moses, Stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters come again upon the Egyptians, and their chariots, and their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength, and the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it. And the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots, and the horsemen, and all the host of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them, and there remained not so much as one of them. But the children of Israel walked upon the dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. And thus the Lord of Israel saved the day out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And Israel saw that the great work that the Lord did upon the Egyptians. And the people feared the Lord, believed the Lord, and his servant Moses. And then we go on to chapter 15. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength and my song, and he is become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him a habitation. My father's God, I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his host has he cast into the sea, and his chosen captains are drowned in the Red Sea. And the depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Lord, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, has dashed in pieces the enemy. And in thy greatness of thine excellency thou hast overthrown those that rose against thee, and thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed thee as stubble. And the blast of thy nostrils of the water were gathered together, and the flood stood upright as a heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. And the enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, and my hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind the sea that covered them, and they sank as lead in the mighty waters. Who is like thee, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like thee, O glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, and doing wonders? Didst thou stretch out thy right hand, and the earth swallowed them? Thou in mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in strength, and upon thy holy habitation. Thy people shall hear and be afraid, and sorrow shall take hold of the inhabitants of Palestina. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed. The mighty men of Moab, trembling, shall take hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them by the greatness of thine arm, and thou shalt be as still as a stone. Thy people pass over, O Lord, till thy people pass over, which thou hast purchased. Thou shalt bring them in, and place them on the mountain of thine inheritance, O in the place, O Lord, which thou hast made for thee to dwell, in the sanctuary, O Lord, which thine hands have established. The Lord shall reign for ever and ever. For the horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariots and with his horsemen into the sea, and the Lord brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. And Miriam and the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and the women went out with timbrels and dances. And Miriam answered to them, Sing ye to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously, and the horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went into the wilderness of Shur, and they went 3 days into the wilderness, and they found no water. When they came to Marah, they could not drink for the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore the name of it was called Marah. And the people murmured against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? And he cried to the Lord. And the Lord showed him a tree, which, when he cast into the waters were made sweet. And there he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and he proved them. And he said, If thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and do what is right in his sight, and will give ear to the commandments and to all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought to the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. And they came to Elim, where there were 12 wells of water, 60 palm trees, and they encamped there by the waters. And that'll be all. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace.